Scene script. Have you ever considered what life is like when a city is under siege? Picture this. Over 1 million Palestinians in northern Gaza, hastily packing their belongings, heeding an evacuation order from Israel's military. A mass exodus to the southern part of the enclave, a place not designed to accommodate such an influx. The United Nations has called for the withdrawal of this evacuation order, warning of devastating humanitarian consequences. Meanwhile, the Israel-Hamas war has entered its 7th day. The scale of loss is staggering. Over 1,300 deaths in Israel, an estimated 150 hostages in Gaza, and at least 1,400 civilian lives lost to retaliatory airstrikes. The war has also left a trail of displacement, with over 423,000 people forced to abandon their homes due to the airstrikes, while another 175,000 have sought refuge in UN shelters or schools. This isn't just another war. It's a protracted blockade that has been in place for 16 long years, choking off fuel and electricity supplies. Israel has vowed to continue this blockade until all hostages are released. This situation is creating a climate of fear and distress among the civilian population, particularly children. The impact of this war on the civilians of Gaza is not just a series of statistics, it is a humanitarian crisis. But how did Gaza find itself in such a dire situation? Let's rewind a bit to trace the chronology of events that have led to the current state of affairs. Our story begins with the onset of the Israel-Hamas war. It was a conflict that seemed to come out of nowhere, but quickly escalated, engulfing the region in a cycle of violence that is yet to cease. As the war entered its 7th day, the death toll rose to over 1,300 in Israel, with an estimated 150 hostages in Gaza. The situation was further complicated by Israel's retaliatory airstrikes, which resulted in the loss of at least 1,400 civilian lives. While the war raged on, Israel imposed a total blockade on Gaza, a move that has been in place for 16 years now. The blockade has been unyielding, blocking all forms of fuel and electricity until the release of all hostages. This has led to a humanitarian crisis of unprecedented proportions, with over 423,000 people displaced by the Israeli airstrikes and another 175,000 seeking refuge in UN shelters or schools. In a move that shocked the world, Israel's military ordered over 1 million Palestinians in northern Gaza to evacuate to the southern part of the enclave within 24 hours. The UN called on Israel to withdraw the evacuation order, warning of devastating humanitarian consequences. Human rights groups and medical experts cautioned against the evacuation plan, citing a lack of safe places and infrastructure in Gaza. The evacuation order was seen as a precursor to an expected ground invasion, causing fear and distress among the civilian population, particularly children. And now, after 13 days of relentless conflict, a glimmer of hope has emerged. Amidst the chaos and devastation, a beacon of hope has emerged. In a significant turn of events, Egypt has made the humanitarian decision to open its border crossing, allowing the first aid trucks to enter Gaza. This decision is no small matter. For the first time in a long while, crucial supplies will be making their way into the war-torn region. The trucks, laden with much-needed food, medical supplies, and other essentials, are a sight for sore eyes for the beleaguered people of Gaza. The impact of this event cannot be overstated. With an ongoing conflict and a 16-year blockade, the region has been starved of resources. The arrival of these aid trucks, therefore, represents more than just physical relief. It is a symbol of international solidarity and a glimmer of hope for a better tomorrow. Moreover, this move by Egypt also has potential political implications. It sends a clear message to the world that humanitarian needs must always take precedence over political conflicts. In the midst of despair and devastation, this crucial action by Egypt opens a lifeline for the people of Gaza, offering a ray of hope. So, what are the key takeaways from the current situation in Gaza? We've delved into the ongoing Israel-Hamas war that has entered its 13th day. This conflict has seen over 1 million Palestinians ordered to evacuate their homes in northern Gaza within a 24-hour window, a move that has been met with international concern. The United Nations has urged Israel to withdraw this order, warning of catastrophic humanitarian consequences. With over 1,300 lives lost in Israel and an estimated 150 hostages in Gaza, the situation grows increasingly dire. Further exacerbating the crisis is the displacement of Palestinians, with over 423,000 people uprooted by Israeli airstrikes. Another 175,000 have sought refuge in UN shelters or schools. Yet amidst the darkness, there is a glimmer of hope. Egypt has opened its border crossing, allowing the first humanitarian trucks to enter Gaza. This critical aid offers a lifeline to a population under siege, a symbol of resilience and human spirit. As the world watches, the people of Gaza cling to this ray of hope, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit amidst the darkest of times. If you like this video, please give thumbs up, subscribe and share to your friends.